You ever wonder what it actually takes to earn Zoro's respect? Like, this is the guy who sleeps through chaos, trains like a demon, and once took on Luffy's pain without flinching. If Zoro nods at you, even slightly, you're basically a legend. But it's not just about strength. Nope. For Zoro, it's about honor, discipline, and that unshakable will to stand tall no matter what. So today, we're counting down the 10 characters Zoro genuinely respected. And believe me, it's a short list for a reason. Let's get into it. This is Emiverse Anime. Watch this video to the end and hit that subscribe button now. Number 10, Sengoku. Starting off strong with the former fleet admiral himself, Sengoku the Buddha. Now, you might be wondering, did Zoro ever even talk to this guy? Not directly, no. But let's be real, Zoro knows who he is. Sengoku was at the top of the Marines for decades, and even pirates respect a man who leads with both power and wisdom. Zoro may not follow rules, but he's not blind to authority that's earned, not forced. Sengoku's calm command, strategic mind, and unwavering sense of justice? That's something even a rogue like Zoro can nod at, silently, of course. Number 9, Fujitora. Now here's a Marine that Zoro did meet and respect instantly. Fujitora is blind, but don't let that fool you. The guy literally drops meteors from the sky like it's Casual Tuesday. He's calm, humble, and he actually disagrees with how the world government does things. Zoro respects strength, but what earns Fujitora a spot on this list is his morality. Even while fighting, Fujitora holds back to protect civilians. That sense of honor? Zoro sees it, and that's the kind of man he'll give a serious stare and a quiet nod to. That's basically Zoro's version of a hug. Number 8, Whitebeard, the strongest man in the world. The Sea Father, the legend. Whitebeard stood at the top during the era of legends, and though Zoro never faced him directly, you can feel the respect. Everyone knew Whitebeard wasn't just strong, he protected his crew like a real father. And for a guy like Zoro, loyalty means everything. Remember when he offered to give up his life for Luffy? That kind of sacrifice is exactly what Whitebeard lived by. Zoro wouldn't bow to Whitebeard, but he'd definitely raise a glass in his honor. Quietly, while glaring. Number 7, Jinbei. Let's be real, Zoro wasn't too sure about Jinbei at first, but when Jinbei stepped up during Marineford, and again when he officially joined the Straw Hats, Zoro watched. He analyzed. And what did he see? A man who respects Luffy's dream, values his crewmates, and fights like a tidal wave in battle. Jinbei isn't just strong, he's wise, calm, and willing to die for what's right. By the time they fought together in Wano, Zoro didn't need to say anything. His respect was already earned. Number 6, Silver's Rayleigh. You know when someone walks in a room and everyone just knows they're a badass? That's Rayleigh, the Dark King, Goldie Roger's right-hand man. When Zoro met him during Luffy's training days, he probably realized something important. This is the level he's aiming for. Rayleigh is the kind of guy who's strong without showing off. He mentors without ego, and when he talks, people listen, including Zoro. Respect doesn't always come with swords drawn. It can also come from a calm master who doesn't need to prove anything anymore. Number 5, Ryuma. Let's talk about a dead man who still managed to earn Zoro's respect. Ryuma, the legendary swordsman of Wano. And get this, he was basically Zoro's spiritual ancestor. They never spoke because Ryuma was reanimated as a zombie, but their sword clash was unforgettable. And when Zoro defeated him, Ryuma smiled, like he recognized Zoro's worth. He even handed over Shusui, his national treasure blade. That moment, pure respect. Zoro didn't just beat Ryuma, he honored him, and that sword stayed by his side for years. Number 4, Koshiro. Every swordsman has that one mentor who showed them the ropes. For Zoro, that's Koshiro. The quiet dojo master didn't scream or scold, he taught through discipline, calm wisdom, and letting Zoro figure out his own path. Zoro never forgot where he came from, and though he might act tough, he listened to Koshiro. Even now, you know Zoro fights with the foundation Koshiro built. He might not say thank you, but trust me, every slash, every battle, every dream to be the world's greatest swordsman has Koshiro's shadow behind it. Number 3, Kuina. Now this one, it hits deep. Kuina was Zoro's rival, and honestly, she was better than him. She beat him hundreds of times, and Zoro hated it, but respected her like no one else. She had the same dream, to be the best swordsman in the world. But fate took her early. Zoro still carries her sword. He still remembers her promise. And every fight he wins now, a part of it belongs to Kuina. She wasn't just a rival, she was the fire that pushed him to become better. And that respect? That's eternal. Number 2, Monkey D. Luffy. Now, Zoro's not the kind of guy to follow orders. He's not a cheerleader. But when it comes to Luffy, Zoro stands behind him with zero hesitation. Why? Because Luffy is real. He's fearless, kind, and crazy, but his loyalty is unmatched. Zoro saw that from day one. And let's not forget that moment in Thriller Bark, when Zoro took all of Luffy's pain and kept standing. That wasn't just respect, that was devotion. Zoro may act cold, but for Luffy, he'd die 1,000 times. That's the captain he chose. No questions asked. Number 1, Dracula Mihawk. Finally, we reach the top. The man Zoro vowed to surpass. Dracula Mihawk, the world's greatest swordsman. Zoro challenged him and got humiliated, but instead of breaking, he bowed. And for someone as proud as Zoro, that bow meant everything. It was the moment he decided, I will train until I can beat you. And Mihawk, he saw that fire. He respected it. Later, he even became Zoro's mentor because he knew Zoro had the potential. Zoro's entire journey revolves around Mihawk, not because he hates him, but because he respects him more than anyone else alive. So there you have it, 10 people Zoro genuinely respects. Not all of them are friends, not all are allies, but each one carries the kind of strength, honor, or impact that Zoro can't ignore. And that's what makes Zoro, well, Zoro. Not just a swordsman, not just a fighter, but a man who bows to no one, unless they've truly earned it. Thanks for watching. And if you respect Zoro even half as much as he respects these legends, then drop a like, subscribe, and tell me, who do you think deserves his respect next? See you in the next video.